Hi, am I in the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Don, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don, Mega and Off-Scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out. Don, you gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Welcome, everybody, to another brand new episode of Am I on the Air? My name's Don Mega, and I'm your host of the evening, and I am so thankful that you're here to join me once again to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, television, movies, non-spoiler reviews, coming right here to Am I on the Air? It's season 25, it's episode 10, and tonight's show is titled, Yes, Chef! That is correct. We're going to be breaking down all the news from November 15th through today, the 21st. That's right, we're broadcasting live from the Red Dragons Radio studios here in Tucson, Arizona on this Monday. It is November the 21st, 2022. Happy early Thanksgiving to all of you. Yes, this Thursday is Thanksgiving. I hope you're all going to have some amazing food and some good time with family and friends. I'm really wishing the best for all of you. But tonight, it's about getting caught up with all the latest and the greatest in entertainment news, ladies and gentlemen. I got a couple non-spoiler movie reviews for you. I got a TV show to talk about. And then, of course, we'll get into our news of the week. But first, a plug. That's right, because last week's episode was called Lift Me Up. And we talked non-spoiler about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But then a couple days later, I kind of teased it on the episode. And we made it come to fruition, because a couple days after we dropped last week's episode, we did assemble the team, myself, Friggins, Peeps. We did a new Am I Still on the Air, and we brought you guys that Black Panther spoiler review. And boy, was it a chunky one. That's right, we clocked in right around the 2-hour mark. So not quite as long as Wakanda Forever, but kind of close. But we had a lot to break down, and our initial thoughts, the things we liked, the things we didn't like. We talked about Phase 4. We did our updated MCU countdown list. We talked about the post-credit scene. We talked about the box office. There was a lot to get through, and it was a good movie, man, that we all enjoyed, so that meant there was a lot more discussion to be had. But yes, so we did do that. We did it live on our YouTube page. But then I threw up the audio version on our podcast feed. So I just wanted to shout it out here in case you missed it. It is available in 2 versions. You can watch the YouTube version over at youtube.com/Am I on the Air. And you should see it right there on our front of our page. If you want to check out some other spoiler reviews and special episodes we've done, click on the playlist that says Am I Still on the Air? And you can check out all of them, because we've been doing them for years, son. And then, of course, for those of you that can't watch the YouTube video and just want to listen, I do have the audio-only version up right here on this same podcast feed. So just take a look at your episodes, and you should see it right there. The Am I Still on the Air Black Panther spoiler review. So I hope you guys enjoy that. On a social media note, over the last week, people have been really complaining about Twitter. Ever since Elon Musk took over, people are saying they're leaving the app, and they don't, there's a lot of people just talking a lot of smack about Twitter these days. And you know what? I don't get political on this show, so I'm not going to, talk in favor or against Elon or whatever's going on. I love Twitter. I've been a part of Twitter for over 10 years. I love it. It's the biggest social media presence that we have, especially here as a podcast. We have thousands of followers on there that, support the show and people that listen and that we've grown over the years. And I'm not, so quick to just be like, peace out, like a lot of people. But there is a new social media platform called Hive Social. And I think of it, somebody had said it's kind of like the birds and the bees, right? Twitter's the birds and Hive is the bees. So it's very much like Twitter. There's another app that dropped too called Mastodon, and I don't really like that one too much. I did take a look at it, but it's rather complicated the way they have it set up with different servers and stuff. Hive is basically Twitter, just under a different format. So we did sign up on Hive today just to have an account established and have a place to go if for some reason something did happen to Twitter, but I don't think anything's going to happen. But if you're over on Hive and you'd like to give us a follow, you can follow the show at the same handle at Am I on the Air, all one word. And if you'd like to follow me on Hive directly, you can follow me at Don Mega, DonMega, and follow along there. So we are live over on Hive, live on Hive. All right, so there's our kind of social media plugs. Check out the Black Panther spoiler review. Follow us on Hive if you're over there. And but until Twitter crashes and burns, I think we're gonna continue doing what we do over with the tweets. Okay, let's get into our reviews, guys. I'm going to start off, like I said, non-spoiler. I'm going to start off with the new theatrical movie of the weekend, and that is The Menu. The Menu is an interesting ass movie, man. Very, very interesting. A couple travels to a coastal island to eat at an exclusive restaurant where the chef has prepared a lavish menu with some shocking surprises. So this is labeled as a horror, comedy, thriller, and it does kind of check off all these boxes. I'll tell you, I'm being 100% honest. When this trailer first came out and I watched it, I was like, meh, not really interested. And then another trailer came out, and I was like, okay, it looks a little bit better, but probably still not going to see it. Um, then I started to hear some early reviews, and the early reviews were all very, very positive. And then my brother said, hey, you want to go to the movies and check out the menu? And I said, sure, why the hell not? And I gotta say, it's one of the best surprises of the year for me. I walked out loving this film. So shocked. Like I said, I honestly went into it thinking, do I even want to watch this? And was ready to skip it and wait for streaming. But I went and watched it and walked out being like, damn, that was really good. So I enjoyed the hell out of it. This movie has Ralph Fiennes, it has Anna Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, it's got Janet McTeer, Paul Adenstein, John Leguizamo, and Judith Light. I mean, you notice a lot of the faces that pop up in this thing. And it is, man. I can't really get into anything without spoiling. So the description I gave you is as much as it is. It has Nicholas Hoult and Anna Taylor-Joy as a couple. They go to this remote island to have this lavish dinner prepared by Ralph Fiennes, who's like this Gordon Ramsay, right? He's just this world-renowned chef, and he makes these special dishes, and you got to pay thousands of dollars to go to this private island and have this awesome dinner, right? But as I always say, things aren't what they seem, and then we go from there. I loved it. Once again, I can't believe how giddy I am over this movie. I'll be buying this. I'll be adding it to the collection. I loved Anna Taylor-Joy in this movie. I really, really did. She was fantastic. I don't know what the hell Nicholas Hoult was doing, but his character was very interesting. Ralph Fiennes as the chef. Yes, chef. He was great. I mean, everybody's great in this. And I just want to say, go watch this. If you didn't know what it was, or you just didn't know if you should go see it, I am saying go see it. It is awesome, and I really enjoyed it. I give the menu 4 out of 5 stars. So check that out in theaters now. Moving on to my next film, this is one that went straight to streaming over on Apple TV Plus, and it's Spirited. It's time to get into the holiday spirit with a Christmas movie, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Why don't we do a musical while we're at it? We got the new Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell musical movie Spirited, which is a musical version of It's a Wonderful Life, basically. Each Christmas Eve, the ghost of Christmas Present selects one dark soul to be reformed by a visit from three spirits. But this season, he picked the wrong Scrooge. Clint Briggs turns the tables on his ghostly host until Present finds himself re examining his own past, present, and future. So, this one here is that Christmas story tale. Um, it's a Wonderful Life, where Ryan Reynolds is a dick, plain and simple. He's a dick. They call him an unredeemable, right? He's somebody who just only thinks about himself. And Will Ferrell is the ghost of Christmas past, and he really wants to fix Ryan Reynolds' character. And the rest of the ghosts are like, no, he's unredeemable. We're not going to mess with this guy. Let's move on. Let's find somebody else. But Will Ferrell's guy is off to the races and is like, yo, I want to save this guy. And it just becomes this comedy where they're getting to know each other and they're playing off each other. And of course, like I said, it's a musical, and this is a hardcore musical. They burst into song very often in this movie, but some of the songs are really funny. They're catchy. Good Afternoon, that was my favorite one. I love the Good Afternoon section in the middle. When you watch the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. But man, this movie too was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed it. Octavia Spencer pops up in this as well too. Sunita Mani is her name. She plays Ghost of Christmas Present, and she's awesome. Tracy Morgan does the voice of one of the ghosts as well. Um, I had a blast with this movie. Christmas movies are always hit and miss, especially musicals are very hit and miss. But when you have two leads like Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, it just worked for me. It worked for me on all levels, and I enjoyed the hell out of Spirited. So I give this one 4 out of 5 stars as well. Check it out on Apple TV Plus now streaming. It is playing in some theaters in very limited release. So if you can find one playing, check it out there. If not, check it out Apple TV Plus. For the cost of a subscription, it'll be worth it for this movie. It's like making a rental if you don't have Apple TV Plus. So there you go. And my third movie of the weekend, and this one here was family movie time. Got my daughter, and we settled in for the new Netflix original, Slumberland. That's right. And this one here is Jason Momoa's new movie where he plays Flip. And then we got Kyle Chandler, we got Chris O'Dowd, and this movie here is about dreams. It's about dreams. Kyle Chandler tells his daughter really cool stories every night. And then they live in a lighthouse, and he ends up getting lost at sea right at the beginning of the movie. And she ends up having to go live with her uncle, played by Chris O'Dowd. And she goes into this dreamland, right? The Slumberland every single night, going on this adventure with Flip, played by Jason Momoa, and she's on a search to get to see her father once again. So, a very sweet story, very visually stunning. This is directed by Francis Lawrence, who definitely knows how to make these kind of movies. A young girl discovers a secret map to the dream world of Slumberland, and with the help of an eccentric outlaw, she traverses dreams and flees nightmares with the hope that she will be able to see her late father once again. So, um, this was a fun family movie, man. Like I said, it's on Netflix. My daughter liked it. It's definitely got some really cool, like I said, awesome visuals. Got some really cool highs and lows. And at the end of the day, it was a very sweet story that really brought tears to my eyes as a father of a young little girl. Seeing the little girl, deal with trying to see her dad again was very emotional. So the movie takes you on a lot of rides, and I enjoyed it for the most part. So it's not the best movie in the world. It gets a little sluggish at times. I think it goes a little too long. This movie is right about 2 hours. I think if it was about an hour and a half, it would have been perfect. So it does stretch on a little long, but I think it was a fun time for the fam. So I would say check out Slumberland if you got little ones around and enjoy. I would give this one 3 out of 5 stars. And then going on over to the TV side of things, the new TV show that I checked out for the week is Life and Beth. Now, this show came out a couple months back, and I never got a chance to get into it, so it's been on my queue. But it's Amy Schumer's new show, and it's not what you would assume with Amy Schumer because, yes, it's comedic, and yes, it's got a lot of laughs, but it is more on the drama side of things. She plays somebody that's very well put together at the beginning of the show, but she starts to unravel, and there's a lot of stuff going on in her life, and you're basically just going through this life cycle change for her. And I really like the story it's telling. Like I said, it's not what I thought it would be, and it's not as much chuckles as I thought it would be, but it's not going for what I thought it would be. And what it's trying to be, it works at it. It works very well for it. So I'm actually digging the show. I watched the first 2 episodes. They're little half-hour episodes, and I think there's 10 in total. And I'm down to see where this one takes me. So this is a Hulu exclusive, so you can check this one out on Hulu. All episodes are streaming now. Like I said, I'm a little late to the game on this one, but this is the new show that I started to give a chance to this week. So check out Life and Beth over on Hulu. So that's what I got, guys. That's our reviews of the week. Let's go back through them again real quick. We got The Menu now in theaters, 4 out of 5 stars. We got Spirited over on Apple TV Plus, 4 out of 5 stars. We got Slumberland over on Netflix, 3 out of 5 stars, and Life and Beth recommended over there on Hulu. Okay. Alrighty, that does that, and let's talk box office, guys. All right, here's our top 10. Coming in number 10, it's Pray for the Devil. Number 9 is Drishium 2. Number 8 is Smile, which once again it can now be streamed over on Paramount Plus. Number 7 is Lao Lao Crocodile. Number 6 is She Said. Very sad to see this movie only make number 6. This is a true story. It's about the Harvey Weinstein stuff, the Me Too movement. Looked really, really good. A lot of Oscar talk. Sad to see it only make number 6 out of the box office on its debut. Number 5, Ticket to Paradise, which you can now rent on VOD. Number 4 is Black Adam. Number 3 is The Chosen, Season 3. Number 2 is The Menu, which we just talked about. And number 1, once again for the second week in a row, with another $67 million, it's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So there's your box office. And now we'll switch gears and we'll get into our news of the week. So our first trailer up, and once again, you can see all these trailers up on our Facebook page, on our Twitter page. So make sure you check these out when we talk about them. Twitter.com/am I on the air to check out most of this stuff. So we have the new trailer for Magic Mike's Last Dance. That's right, the third film in the trilogy that I never knew anybody really wanted. But Channing Tatum is back for a third Magic Mike movie. This was originally supposed to be an HBO Max original, but they moved it theatrically, and we have the new trailer. It's going to hit theaters on February 10th, so we're getting in for that Valentine's Day. And we got Channing Tatum coming back. We got Salma Hayek in here, and there you go. Check out the new trailer that is now playing. The Princess Diaries is coming back. That's right. The Princess Diaries 3 is in development over at Disney. So there you go there. Warner Brothers CEO talks about the future of the DCU. He confirms, like, hey, we're not going to have 4 Batmans going into this universe. He's really trying, excuse me, to bring everything together into one cohesive world. He really wants to get back to the DCEU, basically, where before everything started to branch out, right? We got the Robert Pattinson Batman over here. We got the Joaquin Phoenix Joker over here. He doesn't want a bunch of multiverse stuff. He wants one cohesive thing, and he doesn't want audiences to be confused by a bunch of Batmans, right? Because we got, once again, Robert Pattinson's Batman here. We got Michael Keaton popping up as Batman over here. We still got Ben Affleck popping up as Batman over here. So what are we going to do? We'll have to figure it out, but he says they are working on an 8 to 10-year plan for DCU, and of course DC Studios that's getting ready to launch up here, and we're supposed to find out what some of that picture looks like in the next couple months from James Gunn. Emma Roberts has joined a new NASA film. It's called Space Cadet, so you can take a look at some first look photos there. The director of Constantine 2 says that they are shooting to make the sequel a real rated R. So I like that, man. Constantine, I think, should be rated R, so why not? We have the new trailer for Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. This comes out around Christmas time, and this is the newest trailer, and I love it. I'm looking forward to this one. My daughter is so excited for this movie. Olivia Colman leads a new Irish comedy drama film called Joyride, and we have the first trailer for that to check out. The Penguin, which is the Batman spinoff series, we found out that the HBO Max series will take place immediately after the Batman movie. So that's where the timeline will be. They're not going backwards, they're not going really forward. They're just going to have it take place in sequence. So it'll take up right after the movie. And supposedly lead kind of into the sequel. So we'll see how that goes. The Bioshock director believes the video game adaptation will be unique, beautiful, and entertaining. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Bioshock. It is a weird ass franchise. Former DC Films president Walter Hamada has inked a multi year deal with Paramount Pictures, and it sounds like he's really going to be focused on the horror side of things, so that should be pretty interesting. Babylon is the new movie coming out from Damien Chazelle, and this is a big, big movie he's got coming out. It's over 3 hours long, and the early reactions have come out, and they are not so good. Not so good. A lot of people saying this movie is not good at all. So I'm shocked. I am very, very shocked, and we'll have to see when the full reviews come out. But right now, it is heavily mixed and leaning more towards the negative side. Lionsgate has actually reached out to Kevin Smith and asked him to make a sequel to his 2011 horror thriller Red State. They're looking for a Red State 2, so we'll see if that happens. I didn't like Red State. I didn't. I was looking really forward to it and seeing Kevin Smith do something different, but I didn't care for Red State. But I'd be curious to see what he would do with the sequel. Why not? It could always be awesome. We talked about it before that HBO Max is doing a It prequel series called Welcome to Derry, and they're saying that it will be demented and it will be terrifying. We should see the origins of Pennywise the Clown and a whole bunch more. I'm looking really forward to the show. I think it's going to be awesome. I love the It movies. Um, in some side political news, Donald Trump announces he'll run for president again in 2024. So there you go there. Stargirl shot 2 endings in case of a renewal. So there you go there. We know that the show's not getting renewed. It has been canceled. So, and they did say that, that it is going to go out the right way. And now it's interesting to know that they shot 2 endings, right? They shot one in case they were canceled and one in case they were renewed. So, I like that. Be prepared, man. Be prepared because you never know what's going to happen. We have the trailer for Kindred, which is about a young black woman and mysteriously transported to an 1815 plantation in the upcoming FX adaptation of Octavia E. Butler's novel. So there you go. Check out the trailer for Kindred. The show Hunters over on Prime Video is going to end with season 2. I really wanted to watch this show and then just never had a chance to. So sucks to see it that it's ending. So hopefully I can get caught up here. SNL ratings hit a season high when they had Dave Chappelle as a host a couple weeks ago, so congratulations there. He always brings in the ratings, man. I think he does really, really well with that. So let's see here. Oh, we have the new trailer for Missing, and I think this looks awesome. Do you remember the movie Searching that came out a couple years ago with John Cho? And it was so unique of a film. I think it was one of my favorite movies that year. I think it was in my top 10. Because it was so unique. Everything in the movie was shot through the cell phone, the tablet, the MacBook, video camera footage. Everything was done with real technology. And they're doing this. The people that did Searching have made this movie Missing, and it's the same exact concept, man. It's just, it's a little girl, teenager. Her mom goes on vacation, and her mom doesn't come back home, and she's trying to find her mom. And we're going through all the different social medias and all that kinds of stuff. Check out the trailer for Missing. It looks awesome. And it'll hit theaters on January 20th. So I will be there. This looks great. I'm looking really, really forward to this one. Alrighty, moving along. Noah Centineo leads Netflix's action series The Recruit. We have the first trailer for that to check out. Anna Taylor-Joy talks about filming Furiosa. She says it was the most life-changing experience for her. So very cool there. I love Anna Taylor-Joy. I really do like her, and so I can't wait to see what she does with Furiosa. Darby and the Dead. We have the first trailer for that. It's Hulu's new supernatural teen comedy picture. So check that out. A Quiet Place Day One. We talked on last week's show that they got Lupita Nyong'o to cast, and now they've added Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things. So a great addition there. I'd love to see him branch out into the movie, so he will be the male lead of the film. Greta Gerwig is being eyed to helm Netflix's Chronicles of Narnia films that they want to do, so that would be pretty big if they can land her. There is a new Alien movie in the works, and they have just brought on star Kaylee Spaney to join the cast. And from what we're being told, this Alien movie is completely new and fresh. It's not attached or tied to anything you've seen before, but it's in the universe. And that makes me excited. Let's bring on more aliens. And congratulations, Kaylee Spaney, joining the cast there. A Streets of Rage movie has been announced by Lionsgate. That's right, based on the video game. We have the trailer for Emancipation, which is Will Smith's new drama, directed by Anton Fuqua. This is going to be in limited release in theaters, and then, of course, going to be on Apple TV+. Sylvester Stallone confirms that he will be returning as the voice of King Shark. Doesn't say when or where or how, but says that, yes, King Shark will be returning, so love to hear that. Jonah Hill is set to direct Keanu Reeves in a new movie called Outcome, so let's go. That sounds awesome. Pedro Pascal, along with Ben Mendelsohn, has joined Freaky Tales, which is a new movie from the Captain Marvel directors. So love this casting here. Pedro's awesome. Ben Mendelsohn's awesome. Let's go. Looks like Big Little Lies will not be getting a season 3 over at HBO. It sounds like the series is done. So that makes sense. There was never supposed to be a season 2 in the first place, and they did that. So I can see a season 3 not coming to fruition. Let's see here. James Wan's Atomic Monster and Jason Blum's Blumhouse are in talks to merge. This is really big here. But what's interesting about this merger is that each of these guys are going to continue to run their own labels independently, even as a merged company, which I find odd, because you would think if they merged, they'd be like Atomic Blumhouse or something, right? Like they would just merge everything. But it sounds like Jason Blum will still run Blumhouse, James Wan will still run Atomic Monster, but they'll each own a piece of the puzzle. And then what they bring with it is that Atomic Monster does a lot of stuff with Warner Brothers, and Jason Blum's Blumhouse does a lot of stuff with Universal. So they get to put out more features and more movies. James Wan can only do so much, but if he gives a script or a movie over to Jason Blum, he could have Blumhouse make the movie and he still gets the profit, right? So it's an interesting idea here to merge these two big these two horror companies together. So we'll keep an eye on this one and see where it goes. That Will Smith movie, Emancipation, like I said, is going to hit limited release on December 2nd, and then on December 9th, it'll hit Apple TV Plus, just to give you guys some concept there. Bradley Cooper is set to star in a new Steven Spielberg movie, Bullet. That's right. Steven Spielberg's next film will be a take on the 1968 Steve McQueen classic, Bullet. So I love that he's readapting that, so that should be pretty cool there. Letterkenny Season 11 gets a teaser trailer talking about its Hulu premiere coming up soon, so check out Season 11 trailer. Multiple Sony-owned Marvel shows have been ordered by Amazon. And this is really interesting here. So we're really going into the Spider Universe at this point. Variety has revealed that Amazon has ordered a number of live-action series based on the Marvel properties that Sony has the rights to. The first series that's been announced is called Silk, Spider Society, which will follow one of the more recently created Spider-Man characters, Silk. It's being developed by Angela Kang, best known as the Walking Dead showrunner, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse producers Phil Lord and Chris Miller. It'll be executive produced by Kang, Lord, Miller, and Amy Pascal. We can't wait to bring the adventures of Cindy Moon to life thanks to the creative team of Chris and Phil, Angela, and Amy, along with our partners at Marvel and Amazon, said the president of Sony Pictures Television, Catherine Pope. We know this exciting series with new and never-before-seen characters and storylines will wow audiences watching first on linear MGM Plus and then around the world on Prime Video. Angela's prose, perspective, and creativity will greatly respect and admire, commented Lord and Miller. She's also a hell of a lot of fun. She loves these characters, and we feel really lucky to have the chance to work with her to bring Cindy Moon's story to the world. No other characters or show concepts have been specified, though Silk Spider Society is said to only be the first production of the deal between Amazon and Sony. So very interesting there that we're going to be doing that, and interesting that it's going to be on MGM Plus, which right now is called Epix. So this is so remember we talked about this weeks ago that Epix is going to be rebranded and it'll become MGM Plus. So it sounds like it's going to be on MGM Plus and then around the world on Prime Video. So depending on where you live, so interesting, man. I know years ago they talked about Silk being a movie in the Spider Verse from Sony, but now it looks like they're going to just do it on TV. So why not? We have the first full Your Honor season 2 teaser trailer with Bryan Cranston coming back in January for season 2 to a show that I cannot believe is getting a season 2 because it just doesn't need it. This show did everything it needed to do in season 1. I loved season 1, but it really doesn't need a season 2. So we will see. We'll see what it does. We also have a teaser trailer for Bel Air season 2, which comes back in February, I believe, over on Peacock. This is not much of a teaser trailer. It's pretty much just pictures of the characters and them talking about the world. It's a horrible teaser. I want to see more. We also have the first teaser trailer for Elemental, which is the new Pixar movie for Disney, and looks really cute. Looks cute. Looks like a Pixar movie for sure. Looks more like Inside Out than anything else, but we'll see where it goes. Timothy Chalamet-led Bob Dylan biopic, Going Electric, is still in development, so they are looking to do that. We have the first trailer for the William Dafoe's new movie, which is called damn, what the hell was it called? Inside? Inside Man? Inside? Yeah, Inside. Yeah, Inside is the name of the movie. Sorry, I totally spaced right there. We also have the trailer for 80 for Brady, which teases a Super Bowl road trip of a lifetime. Yeah, I couldn't even bring myself to watch this damn road trip comedy starring Jane Fonda. Good old Jane Fonda. Lily Tomlin, Rita Moreno, and Sally Field. Okay, there you go. Um, we have the trailer for Christmas with the Campbells, which stars Brittany Snow and Justin Long. So another cheesy Christmas movie. I know a lot of you love that. So there you go. There's the trailer for you. Channing Tatum is set to star in Red Shirt, which is a new spy thriller from director David Leitch. Love David Leitch. Great director, love action. He's cameoed in David Leitch stuff before, so I'd love to see it go full circle, and it'd be good to see Channing Tatum get back into something like this. Chris Hemsworth talking about Thor. He says that he feels like the next time he plays Thor, it might actually be his last time. So, but he did not say I'm retiring as the character. It's for sure the last time. This is what these guys all say, right? Every single one of these dudes are like, this is probably my last time until the next time they ask them, and then they're like, okay, I'm going to come back. So I only take this with a grain of salt. He loves playing Thor, and I feel like he's always made the statement, like, as long as the story's good and as long as they keep giving me fun stuff to do, I'll come back and do it. So there you go. Um, you know, there you go. But speaking of Chris Hemsworth, I know you probably have seen the articles going around. He's got a new limited series up on Disney Plus right now called Limitless, where he really pushes his body. It looks great. I actually do want to check out that show. And but they did a DNA test on him, and they found out that he carries the strain um, for Alzheimer's. That he has the genetic line for that, and that he might actually that he's very very um, he could be getting it, as he gets older. So it said that he was going to take a little bit of a break from acting to be able to just spend time with his family and friends just because he's worried about this Alzheimer's thing now. And it is, man. That's scary to find out that, that you're likely to get something like that. He says the thought of not knowing who his wife is or his kids are scares the shit out of him, and that would scare anybody, man. My mother-in-law feels like she's on the early stages of like Alzheimer's or dementia, and It's bad, man. It's bad. My grandma had it as well too, and it's not fun to be around. So, best wishes to Chris Hemsworth. I love the guy, and hopefully, doesn't mean he's gonna get it, So hopefully that's not something that's in his future. Um, we found out why Armor Wars is being transitioned from Disney Plus to a movie, and basically, long story short, budget. They said this show is becoming so big and so expensive, they just couldn't do it anymore. So they're going to do it as a movie where they can better use the budget. So there you go, there. Amy Adams says she's very excited to see Henry Cavill return as Superman. She says she has not been personally contacted yet to return as Lois, but she said that, kind of either way. She was like, if they asked me to come back, I'd love to come back. If they decided to go a different route and do something else, I'd be okay with that as well, too. So she's very upbeat and always very nice and PC about everything. So there you go there. Quentin Tarantino is going to be directing a limited television series, so that'll be interesting to see what he does with that. Hallmark's The Way Home, starring Andy McDowell and Chyler Lee, is coming soon, so you can check out the first trailer for that. Neighbors Uncancelled. That's right, the Australian soap has been rescued by Amazon's spin-off channel Freevee. That's right, the Australian soap opera Neighbors is no longer canceled and has been renewed by Amazon with a 2023 release date set for new episodes. Congratulations to Wakanda Forever passing the $400 million mark globally. So that's always awesome to see. The White Lotus has already been renewed for season 3. So we're going to have another new locale and new cast. But congratulations here for a season 3 renewal. Agatha Christie's Herjön has a trailer, and you could check that out right now. The Swedish streaming platform Topic has released the first official trailer for the upcoming release. Murderville, which I've heard nothing but great things about, and I keep forgetting about this, so I haven't watched it yet. But Murderville is going to be coming back with a new Christmas special, and Jason Bateman and Maya Rudolph will co-star. So, very, very cool, man. I need to get caught up with Murderville. I think I would love it. The directing team of the latest Scream movie and Scream 6 that they just finished is in talks to do the Escape from New York remake. So that would be pretty interesting if they move forward with that. Ellen Pompeo is exiting Grey's Anatomy as a series regular. That's right, it is time. Her departure of the long-running medical drama after 19 seasons. I don't watch this show, but I know a lot of people were really scared about her stepping away, and now it looks like it's done. We have the new trailer for The Old Way, which is Nicolas Cage's first Western movie. I love Nick Cage, but I hate Westerns, so sorry, Nick, I can't get with this one. Eric Johnson, Martin Cove, and Kevin Nash will throw hands on a new action film called Fight Another Day. We have our first look pictures of Indiana Jones 5, so check that out there. Doctor Who has cast Coronation Street's Millie Gibson as the latest companion. Percy Jackson has added Timothy Omundson and Jay Duplass to the Disney Plus series. They'll be playing some Greek gods. Nev Campbell was doing a new mystery drama called Avalon over at ABC. They shot the pilot, and it looks like it's not moving forward. It was already given a straight-to-series order, which is crazy when this happens. It's written by David E. Kelley, who does so much good stuff, but ABC is scrapping it. So we'll have to wait and see if they end up shipping this or selling it off to a streamer, and we'll kind of go from there. Ryan Reynolds says that he wrote a full Deadpool Christmas movie that has not been made. So hey, you never know. You never know. Let's see here. Bellator, the mixed martial arts company, is getting a broadcast debut over on CBS. So congratulations there. That'll be pretty cool. Man, Fast X. Oh, this is some big news that dropped over the weekend. The budget for Fast X has ballooned to $340 million, surpassing the previous movie F9 by over $100 million. That's right. The budget for the movie has gone off the rails, ladies and gentlemen. God, I just don't know. When you see 340 million for a Fast and Furious movie, you can't help but just wonder, where is this money going? Where? Like this movie is costing more than Endgame and Infinity War. Wrap your mind around that. How the hell is a Fast and Furious movie costing more than a Marvel tentpole and Avengers movie? I don't know. I don't get it. I love the Fast and Furious films, but guys, get this shit under control. That is insane. Insane. Um Elizabeth Holmes, the founder and former CEO of the medical startup firm Theranos, has been sentenced to 135 months in prison for fraud. And of course, this is the character that Amanda Seyfried played on the Hulu series The Dropout, which I still need to watch this show. I think I'm going to start it here soon. I think it's the next show I'm going to jump into. But man, crazy to hear. There's your jail time, baby. Um, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, man. So this past Sunday, I woke up to some really sad news that Jason David Frank, who was a Power Rangers actor, had passed away at the age of 49 from suicide. Um, I grew up watching Power Rangers, and my favorite Ranger was Tommy. Tommy was the Green Ranger that came in after the fact and kind of fought against them and then became a part of the team. And then when the movie came out, he became the White Ranger. And I mean, when you think of Power Rangers, I think of Jason David Frank. He is just synonymous with this. Even though I haven't watched Power Rangers since the 90s, I always think of Jason David Frank. And this guy, from all the Comic Cons and different cons and uh Power Ranger cons and just everything that this guy has been around to always seemed like the nicest, most humble, appreciative person. Like if you were to tell me somebody from the Power Rangers committed suicide, I think he'd be the last person I would name. And that just goes to show you that you never know what somebody's really going through behind the curtain. It's really, really sad. And again, if you're feeling suicidal and you feel you need help, reach out. You got to reach out. Talk to somebody. There's always someone to talk to. Suicide is not the way. So please reach out. Very sad news. A piece of my childhood is gone, as with many others. And yeah, just very, very sad. Okay, we also that night had a Disney shocker as Bob Iger is returning as the CEO of Disney. That's right. Bob Chapek has exited his position. In a stunning turn of events, the Walt Disney Company says that Bob Chapek will step down as CEO and Bob Iger is back to lead the company for a couple years until they find his replacement. So, whoo, somebody didn't do the job right. They had to go back and get the previous manager to take it back over. Interesting news, man. Crazy, crazy stuff. American Music Awards happened last night as well too, so make sure you check out the full winners list. As of course Taylor Swift broke it all down for the most part, scoring Artist of the Year prizes and a bunch more. Um, yeah, big stuff. So check out all the winners list there. We have your Walking Dead series finale recap. Yes, the show supposedly is over, but we'll see. I'm sure they'll bring it back for another episode and another time. But check out the recap in case you haven't seen it yet. Dancing with the Stars, Cheryl Burke is retiring as a dance pro after 25 seasons. It also sounds like she's retiring because Len, who's stepping down as one of the judges, she said, "Hey, I want to take a spot. Let me be the judge." And they said no. And she said, "Well, then fuck you. I'm out." So sounds like some more behind the scenes drama over here. But hate to see her go, man. Love Cheryl Burke. I don't watch the show, but she's one that I am very familiar with there. So very sad to see her go. Um, okay. And then last thing about November 20th, it was that It was also my daughter's birthday yesterday. So I just wanted to give her a shout out, even though she doesn't listen to the show. But you hear her voice at the beginning of the show and at the end of the show. My baby girl turned 9 yesterday, so she had a great day. She had a great weekend. She's very, very spoiled. But I love her so much. She's my world. I love you 3000, baby. And I just wanted to shout her out there since we're talking about news from November 20th. That was my biggest news of the day, is my daughter's birthday. We have the new trailer and final trailer for Avatar: The Way of Water. It just dropped today because tickets went on sale today. And yes, I have secured my preview night IMAX 3D passes. So December 16th, it hits theaters. I'm going on December 15th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. IMAX 3D to see the preview night version of Avatar: Way of Water. I'm looking really forward to it. All 3 hours and 12 minutes of it. But yes, tickets are on sale now, and you can check out the final trailer, which was just released today. It looks awesome. I'm so excited. Angelica Houston is set to reprise her role in the John Wick spinoff Ballerina. Vikings Valhalla Season 2 is coming soon back to Netflix, so get ready for that. Ant-Man 3 director Peyton Reed talks about Kang the Conqueror and how he will have a profound impact on the MCU. We know that because we already know we got Avengers, the Kang Dynasty coming. And yeah, I'm getting anxious, man. We got Ant-Man coming in February. Let's bring it on. We have the poster and some photos of Charlie Cox's new Netflix spy series Treason. So make sure you check that out. I didn't even know he was doing this, where he plays an MI6 agent. So very, very cool there. We have some more first look photos of Indiana Jones 5, this time of Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character. There's been so many pictures and first look stuff that I feel like we're going to get a trailer this week. So keep an eye out because I feel like the trailer is around the corner. Jaden Martell, Maxell Jenkins, Sadie Silverval have all joined the Nicolas Cage thriller Sand and Stones. Brandy is set to reprise her role as Cinderella for a new installment of The Descendants called The Pocket Watch. Black Panther 2 screenwriter reveals that yes, they did look at other characters to assume the mantle as Black Panther, and it did include M'Baku, and it also included a little Nakia as well too. And these were the people that I always said should have been over Shuri. That this is where they should have went with it. But you know, it is what it is. But love me some M'Baku. Would have loved to see him as king. They call him Kukulkan, the Phenostropic god. Love M'Baku. Nitayu Jusu is directing a new vampire movie for Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions called Suicide by Sunlight. Let's see here. Sylvester Stallone talks about why he's not in Creed 3. I mean, basically, he just says, hey, I wanted this story to be all about Adonis, and I didn't want to distract from it. So I've heard so many different things about Creed 3, so I'm going to roll with this premise for now. We'll see if it changes. Chrisley Knows Best stars sentenced to multiple years in prison on federal charges. And of course, their show has been canceled on the USA Network. Todd and Julie Chrisley going to jail, man. Todd going to jail for 12 years. Julie going to jail for 7. So, guys, shouldn't have gone on reality TV flaunting that money, son, because the IRS was like, yo, that ain't kosher. Marvel's Blade finally moving forward, ladies and gentlemen. They have added a new director, and his name is Jan Demange. Marvel Studios' Blade is being unsheathed once again with a whole new creative team. Jan Demange, who directed the pilot of HBO's Lovecraft Country, has come aboard to helm the vampire action thriller, and that Mahershala Ali is still attached to play, so hopefully everything will be good there, and we're going to finally get our Blade movies. So let's start putting it together, let's get it done, and let's get it going. And on that note, my friends, that is the end of our show. That's right. That is it. That brings us full circle at a nice, crisp 48 minutes. So coming in right about my expected time. So thank you so much once again for tuning in and joining us here for this new episode. I appreciate you listening. Share this show with your friends and family, anybody that likes entertainment news, anybody that likes podcasts. If you think they'll enjoy this, share it, man. Spread the word, help me out. Give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Amazon. Give us a thumbs up wherever you listen to podcasts, and help a boy out, man. Help a boy out. If you'd like to support the show, you can do so through Venmo or Cash App or anything. Just look in our show notes, and anything really, really helps us out. It is not cheap to do a show like this. And of course, shout out, man, to everything. Let's go down that, right? We got to pimp it out. amiontheair.com. Make sure you bookmark that. That's where you can get to everything. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. Follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. Follow me on Twitter at dxdonmega. Like I said, we're now on Hive, so follow at Am I on the Air and Don Mega. Just Don Mega over on Hive. I was able to bookmark that and get that in real quick. And then, of course, like I said, subscribe to us on all your favorite podcast feeds. Give us a star review. Give us a thumbs up. Whatever you could do to help support the show and let the people know this is where you go for entertainment news. I don't think anybody else gives you as much news as I do on a week-to-week basis. They'll talk headlines, but they don't talk everything that's dropped in 7 days. So I do my due diligence, and hopefully people appreciate that. So yeah, shout out again. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, everything's simply at Am I on the Air. Shout out to our great affiliates at reddragonsradio.com. Follow at Red Dragons Radio. We're always streaming on demand. We're always also streaming over at the Pop Culture Pros Network. So make sure you follow on Twitter also at popculture_pros. And that'll do it for me, guys. That'll do it for me as we wrap this baby up here on this Monday, November the 21st. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the Am I on the Air family. I hope you all have an amazing week once again. Have an amazing Thanksgiving this Thursday. Have a great Black Friday. Have a great weekend. Have a great Cyber Monday. And we'll be back next week. We'll see. I'm hoping to get to the theater this weekend to see Glass Onion, the Knives Out mystery, as it's in its limited theatrical release. But we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a busy, busy weekend with Thanksgiving and everything. And I work. So helping me in the retail world. So there you go. But have an amazing week, guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Red Dragons!
Red Dragons!